What we saying guys, Exltd here, back with another Dragon Ball FighterZ revisiting fundamentals video. And in this video I'll be talking about the benefits of moon jumping after vanishing. So as always, please like and subscribe and comment down below the name of the blacked out Dragon Ball character you see on the screen. This will most likely be the last video I post in 2024. I would like to thank all of you guys for the support that you've shown me this year. I hope that this was a good year for you guys, and if not, I hope 2025 will be an even better one. Well, that's enough from me, let's get into it. It's imperative to learn how to do a moon jump in order to do this tech. That's essentially what the tech is, right? So I'll just teach you how I do it, which is the way a lot of people do it. Go into button settings, go to simple dash and make sure that is on normal. Okay, make sure it's on normal. What normal does is when you hold forwards and the super dash button, you get a dash. That is the simple dash. Okay, when doing your moon jump, however, I want you to hold the light attack, right? So when you're in neutral and you're doing things like this, right, I want you to hold your light attack down, right? So you can see, even though I'm doing like a 5M or a 2M, you can still see the light attack button is there, right? I want you to do that. So let's say you're doing IAD now and you're still holding your light attack down. If you do up forward and the super dash button, you will get your moon jump, right? And the reason we're holding down the light attack is because if we do up forward and the super dash button without a light attack, we might get another IAD or we might get an accidental super dash. So make sure that you are holding down either the light or medium attack, whichever is most comfortable for you. I tend to use the light attack. Hold that down, hold up forward, and you will get your moon jump almost 100% of the time, providing that you're doing it properly. Okay, this is the easiest way to do it. Alright, so in case of the tech that we're doing, so we want to vanish, make sure we're holding down the light attack when we vanish, and then we do the moon jump afterwards. Alright, that is the best way. Once we've done that though, after we're doing the moon jump, we just hold back to block immediately. So whilst we're in the air, we hold back to block. So if they press a button, we block it. If they do their level 3, we tend to block it as well, especially if it's an air level 3, such as Z Broly's, right? So make sure you learn how to do the moon jump. Make sure your dash macro's on, you're holding down the button to make sure you don't get accidental super dash when you do it, or accidental air dash, right? And then just hold up forward whilst you're on the ground. And that's how you do the moon jump. Right, we've all been in this situation before. Okay, we've gelled into vanish and now we are plus. Assume we have 0 key gauge, by the way. Just assume that we have 0 key gauge, right? Broly has just over 3.5. We've wasted our bar. We have 0 key gauge and we are plus. Right, we can take our turn back because we are plus. Broly has a 7 frame 5L, so we're even more plus as opposed to someone who has a 6 frame 5L, right? But Broly has bar and we don't have bar in this situation. Okay, now what do you think the Broly player is going to do? Well, let's set Broly to do his lariat, okay? Just the light lariat. You can see we get beat out, okay? Let's set Broly to do the EX command grab. We'll keep jabbing, by the way. We'll just keep trying to take our turn back. Alright, so we beat the EX command grab. What about a level 3? We get hit by the level 3. Now, a lot of players will understand that they may have 0 bar in this situation and do absolutely nothing, right? But a lot of players won't. But what if there was a way for us to avoid all of these situations without having to try and take our turn back? Yes, we actually lose our turn here. We go back to neutral. However, we can avoid a lot of these situations, especially when we don't have the bar and we don't feel like we're at the advantage. Because you have to understand, they've given characters like Broly who have 7 frame 5Ls these different kinds of moves to help them in situations like this. If not, they'll always lose, right? He can do his level 3, he can do his lariats. There are other ways that Broly can take their turn back even though they are not at the advantage. However, I have a solution for that. The solution in this situation is to buffer a moon jump after the vanish and block immediately after. Now the reason why we're going to do this is, let's say that this Broly is a very aggressive player. If we take our turn back, they are known to do level 3s, they are known to do anything but block, right? They do not respect us and they do not want us to take back our turn even though we are at the advantage here. Okay, so now they know we're going to have 0 bars after we gel into Vanish, right? So we'll just buffer the Moonjump and block immediately after. As you can see, this Brody player took their turn back, but we blocked it. Let's see what happens when they do a level 3. Right, we completely avoid the slow level 3. What about the fast one? As you can see, we completely avoided the fast level 3 and we still got the punish, right? So we're able to avoid both level 3s. We're able to block in case they try and take their turn back. What about the lariat? As you can see, all of Broly's command grabs have been avoided, right? But what about the TK air command grab? Surely that beats us, right? We completely avoid that as well. So from seeing what we've just done, we now know that sometimes not always trying to take your turn back in situations like this is the best thing you can do. There's nothing wrong with resetting back to neutral, right? A lot of players will try and take their turn back here because of the difference in the key gauge. Broly has 3.5 bars, we literally have nothing, right? What does Broly have to lose? If we're mashing and they get the level 3 off, we are going to lose a lot of health, right? There's nothing wrong with just doing the moon jump, getting away and resetting back to neutral. If they do their level 3, we punish them, right? If they do things like a lariat, we can practice punishes. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with just maybe doing a moon jump over, calling a beam assist and punishing them for doing their lariat. These are ways that we can take our turn back without actually taking too much risk. If they try and jab us out of it because they've got a 7 frame, we'll just be able to block it in the air. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard at all. These are situations that you have to be labbing, guys. You don't always have to take your turn back. You have to think of the bigger picture. You guys already know I'm going to say there is always counterplay, right? And it's good because it can't work against everyone. As you can see, 16 literally grabbed us out of the sky, dunked Goku down to the ground as he was designed to do so. Okay, but this is good. There are always answers to our questions. So all we have to do is go into the lab, figure out what characters this works well against and what characters it doesn't. And then we go from there. So what have we learned, guys? Well, we've learned that using the dash macro to buffer a moon jump after a vanish in a situation where we're not sure whether or not we have the advantage allows us to cover a lot of options depending on the opponent, right? So in Broly's example, if Broly decides to take his turn back because he has more key gauge than us, we block. If he does nothing, we jump over. If he does both level 3s, we block both of them and can punish both of them. And if he does his lariats or he does his TK command grab, then we avoid all of them completely, right? You don't always have to take your turn back, even though you're at an advantage, because things like armored moves and key gauge, level 3s, they all play a part, right? As always, guys, please like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful 2025, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.